Hi, Dyslexic Genius here. What I'm going to talk about are fake phonographs you see in antique stores or flea markets. And this cabinet and all of this is fake, right down to the ID tag. I had this ID tag, which is fake. It's made out of aluminum, and my angel can focus in. You can see the stamping, except these numbers aren't in line, and this one here kind of bent over here on the top. An original Victor outside horn machine looks just like this.
That's what the tag looks like.
That's with the tag. A real Victor like this tag is on like orthophonics, like 4/7s, 4/3s, and so on, or like a 4/7. So here's an original 4/7. And when you look at it, all this numbering is much cleaner and nicer than everything. Then when you turn it over, see if I can, right here where my finger is, you can see the lettering. It's hard. Let me move this around a little. The lettering came through because these are brass. When I first saw it, we were given this phonograph from a friend. When I first looked at it, I said, wow, this looks pretty good. Wrong horn, I thought, but this looks really good. Till I got closer and I went, yeah, this is one of those fake ones from India. So you go to the back bracket, and this is cast aluminum right here. And it had no, these castings are very smooth through here. I mean, they're smooth. You look at this is all rough down here. They didn't even finish this off, but they did a very good job. Has the original lockdown for the horn, which is nice. It has an aluminum fake yoke for the top. And then you have the tone arm, which they took 2 tone arms, built one, and did a terrible re-nickel job. But when you look at a real one, these are more like feminine, more dainty. They're smaller up here to fit up in here. And this came from an external horn machine like this. I mean internal horn machine like this.
And they cut it?
They cut it and put 2 together. It came with an original Victor crank. It came with some off-brand reproducer, which they had on there, and they didn't even have a screw down. They just had it locked on like this, so it will look like a phonograph. You have to understand that all phonograph companies put their name on their reproducers. So if you look at a Victor, it'll say Victor up underneath here. You buy a Columbia, you buy a Busy Bee or something, it says Busy Bee on the reproducer. The nice thing, it came with a small turntable like this, just like this Vic 1.
So the turntable's original?
Turntable's original, the crank's original, and the cabinet's wrong. I feel that this base piece is original. It has a very good look, but everything from this base up has been all made by somebody. And they did a very good job on this. I mean, they did, you know, this beading and stuff, they tried to make it look like an M or an MS Victor, an early one. And then you take the motor out, and has Victor's 2-spring motor. They're like in Vic 11s, Vic 12s, Vic 9s, whatever down the road, internal horn machines. But this one had the speed control mechanism that mounts in here that has the little tachometer window. But the weights are not Victor. Victor weights are all nice and round and pretty. But these are things you need to look at if you go into a phonograph store, or I mean, you go into any antique store, flea market, or wherever you go and go, oh man, that's an outside horn Victor. Well, that's not a Victor horn, because the horn came off of Columbia like this, and they wrapped masking tape around it, because this is threaded on the outside because it's a screw in, and then I drilled a hole through and tapped it So when you put it together, they had a big screw through here to hold this in place. So you got this whole machine, and you're walking up to it, and it's got a turntable on it, and you see a horn like this, and everybody gets excited. Now you have to go, is this a real one? So you take a picture of the ID tag or look at it. You go, oh, Granada. Let me look up a Victor Granada on my smartphone. And you'll go, okay, that's not it. I've seen the, we've been collecting for 40 years, and I've seen these for 40 years. And I can tell you a story real quick about it. Customer came in and wanted us to fix their outside horn Victor, and it was one of these. And she paid $2,500 for it and was crushed. And I told her it was a fake. But nowadays with the cell phones, you can find out if it's a real one or not. And that's my tip for the day.